that all right?
Yeah, and you're on.
Can you state your name and today's date?
I'm Craig Frazier, and it is June 11th, 2013.
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of wind sound out of this.
We're in the wind, aren't we?
We are. No, we're not. But I think it's
Okay.
just
It's like all of a
rustling
sudden picked up, didn't it?
on your.
Oh, is it in the shirt?
Yeah.
Do you want to come around the back with that?
Yeah, if that's all right.
That's fine. You want to come through?
Yeah.
Come back.
There we
Come around the back.
Yep. Let's see what we can come up with here. It was just rustling on your. I'm just going to put it right like that.
Is that all right?
Yep. And
I'll hold my foot on this. I think, is that,
Should I do name and date again?
yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right, so state your name and
Hang
today's
on,
date.
wait,
Oh,
stand by. Okay, and you're on.
I'm Craig Frazier, and today is June 11th, 2013.
and can you tell me the story of how you got involved in the garden?
Well, my wife is really primary involver. Was primarily involved in the garden, in starting the garden and running it for about 9 years. And my role is very small compared to hers. So you'll talk to Suzanne Frazier. Let me think of the history about the logo. I think the reason that I did a logo was because it was going to get me out of weeding on the weekends. If I was to do a logo, I wouldn't have to come in and work on the work parties on Saturday mornings. So the garden was up and running, and there was getting a lot of inertia amongst the teachers and volunteer parents, and it seemed appropriate that we build some kind of visual identity for it, because we were garnering support from other parents, and we were trying to cultivate a lot of interest in the garden, and we thought if we had a logo, we could start to sort of broadcast the brand, if you will, about the garden. And that, coupled with the fact that they had harvest sales once a year, so we could create t-shirts, we could create labels for tea bags, for, I'm trying to think, seeds, various little identities, little packaging products that got sold. And so if we had a logo, we could start to put it on those packages. So the first logo, there were two logos. The first logo was two children that were carrying an enormous pumpkin. And around them are various other foliage, plants, fruits, and so forth from the garden. I believe there's a snake in there. There should be a snake, because we always had snakes in the garden. But there was a pumpkin because at that time the garden had an enormous pumpkin patch, which was really, really popular, of course, around Thanksgiving and Halloween, and big at the harvest sale, of course. Then, several years later, the pumpkin patch was taken out and the apple orchard was put in. And so the second iteration of the logo, which is really just a modification of that particular logo, replaced the pumpkin with with an apple. You getting all that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to stop? Okay.
Come on!
That's an air conditioning unit.
So it's going to go for a while.
Probably gonna go for a
Yeah,
while.
should we move?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that.
There we go.
It was going
You
great.
grab that. Let's.
We can move by the, you want to